Guys, you're going to want to see this video. We're going to be talking about Patrick Wieland and the paper trading allegations, so stay tuned. What's up, guys? I had to interrupt the video and I do apologise. I just wanted to let you guys in on a little secret. The Flash Forward day trading course is out now. If you're interested to learn how to trade stocks the correct way, check the link out below, guys. God bless. Guys, before we get into the video, I want to make it very clear. Hit that like button and make sure you subscribe. Let's jump right into it. So, somebody reached out to me on Instagram and said, do I know about the situation going on with Patrick? And I did. I've seen his video. They asked me what do I think? And I just said, do you want me to make a video? They replied, yes. And here we are. I want to make something very clear before we get off this video. Patrick, in his defence, could have lied his way out of the situation. So I have to give him credit where it's due. So, like I said, guys, somebody reached out to me on Instagram and made me aware and told me about the situation, but I already knew because I did see Patrick's video. I am subscribed to him and I do follow his channel. I did have Patrick on for an interview. He's a nice guy. So the guy reached out to me on Instagram and basically asked me to kind of make a video and comment on the situation. So here we are. First off, before I get into the video, this is no way disrespect to Patrick, or I'm not trying to knock him or kind of cripple him on the situation. I want to give credit to him straight away that when this situation happened, he kind of admitted to it straight away. So he was brutally honest. He could have denied the whole situation, but he didn't. He put his hands up in the air and said, you know what? Here it is. Here's where and here we are making the video. So this is no way disrespect to Patrick, but I'm certainly going to be looking in depth to the situation and just kind of giving my reaction on it and what I think. So if you guys do enjoy the video, please hit the like and subscribe. It helped me out a lot. So I have to be completely honest. I was disappointed. I was disappointed by the situation with Patrick and the paper trading. Because, like I said, I followed his channel from when his channel was very young, like 11, 12,000 subscribers, whatever the case was. I followed it since then. It's a great channel. He makes great content. So when this actually came out, I was like, shit, this is a crazy situation. So, but he kind of talked about it in his video that he done. Pop up the video here. He was very honest about it and went over the whole situation. And then he kind of said, look, if I hurt anybody, I'm sorry. It was weird. It was a weird feeling. It was a disappointing feeling. But we'll kind of get to that as the video goes on. So, play a clip of the video.
That's right. You've heard it right, people. We're going to break the news here. We're going to talk about what's really going on with this YouTube channel. The #1 day trading YouTube channel there ever has been. It's right here on this channel. Patrick Wieland. I'm Patrick Wieland. Holy shit. The news is about me for the first time. There's news about me. I'm in the news.
So, in the video, I kind of felt Patrick was kind of making a joke of it at the start, and he admits it himself, and then he kind of got serious. So, I didn't like the way he was kind of making a joke of the whole situation. But, again, it did bring some humour into it and kind of to lighten the situation. So, I can see why he done it, but I kind of felt take it a little bit more seriously. That's just my opinion. The title also says fine print or something along those lines. I kind of felt that was sneaky. Granted, it was in his channel. It did say that he does it for entertainment purposes, but I kind of felt that it was kind of a get out of jail card from Patrick in a case of, well, it says it in the fine print, you should have read it and kind of looked at it, when really, no, it's not our responsibility to read that. We just take you for face value for what it is. So I kind of felt that was a little bit sneaky, and I wasn't a huge fan of the title, how he phrased of check out the fine print. In the past, well, Patrick still does call it the #1 day trading channel. In the past, I'd have to agree, I liked his stuff. I definitely liked his stuff before this whole scandal came out. We're talking about scandal. You swear it's like Cristiano Ronaldo when he got in trouble last year, big kind of scandal, the McGregor scandals. But kind of getting back to the video, he called himself the #1 day trader, and in the past I probably agree his content was great. Why is he the best day trader in the world? I don't know. Am I the best day trader in the world? Absolutely not. Like you're talking about, like we looks at the likes of the Warrior and people like that are technically probably the best day traders there is. But Patrick definitely put up some great content. So I think calling himself the best day trader definitely worked for his channel in the past. I don't know if you can use that going forward. Like I would always recommend people to Patrick's channel. People reach out to me all the time, like for advice how they can learn, and I say, look at some live content. I put up a lot of live stuff. It's not live in the moment, but I kind of review a lot of live trades. So there's other people, and especially Patrick, I'd always recommend people to their channel because, again, I don't know everything, neither does Patrick or Warrior or anybody. It's great if we all kind of come together and help each other out a little bit and recommend people to where other people's strengths are. So I have no problem in doing that, and I definitely did that in the past a lot with Patrick's channel. The one person I don't recommend is Tim Sykes. So disclaimer, pop up a picture of Tim just for the haha.
I do feel bad for the people out there who do support me, who have watched my videos since day one, who have been, tirelessly supporting me since day one, and everybody out there who has always been, really behind me. I want to say sorry to you guys if you do feel like I did you wrong. Was this something that I did against you? No, it was not anything to do against you. At the end of the day, what this comes down to is it comes down to the business aspect of it. And it's not to say that we're not, I'm not here for you guys and we're not doing cool things. But at the end of the day, if I'm trading, right, let's look at this. Let's take a look. Let's go back here. So, for example, in July, all right, in July, I made $7,000 from YouTube. Now, the thing about this is I'm not paying any fees. I'm not risking any money. I'm not actually having to pay capital gains. I'm actually, I'm making money here. It's a decent amount of money, and I'm not risking any money, and I don't really have to do much. So you can see I really didn't post many videos in July, and there's a reason for that. It's just because I've been busy, and I just really haven't been focused on trading.
So in the clip that we just seen, Patrick is brutally honest, and you have to respect that. He's open and honest about it, hands in the air. Let's jump into his most recent video after the whole scandal situation. He did a live video and he was kind of he kind of stated that this is a real account, here's my account number and stuff in the past. Now, what I kind of noticed from this video, he made $51, and there's nothing wrong with making $51. Hey, $51, $51. But what I noticed is when it was announced that this is a real account going forward, and he made $51. Looking back at the past videos, I've never seen Patrick close a trade out at $51. He'd always either be in a couple of $100s for the day or a couple of $1,000. So when I seen this, it kind of struck me as in, oh, well, how long were we paper trading, and was he always paper trading? And if you want to go check out the video, this is the video right here. Pop it up. So in this video, Patrick claims to make $1,000 in this particular trade. Now going back to like what I said beforehand, there's a big difference at $1,000 and $50. So I don't know how long the paper trading has been going on, and in this case, was this paper trade? Here's another video where Patrick makes $260.
Still locking down $260. Was hoping for a little bit more of a move there, up there above 310, kind of pull back here and then push up there to 310, but you can see we got stuck there at 305. So once I saw we were getting stuck there, I was like, I'm gonna start scaling out here.
Again, I don't know if this is real or if this is paper trading, but he doesn't make any effort to, if it is paper trading, to say, hey, this is a paper account, or I'm just showing you this for purposes of kind of going through the charts and patterns so you can see your entries and exits. It's not about the money, it's about the entries and exits. There's a lot of value in that. It doesn't have to be about the money. So there would have been no harm in him saying, look guys, I didn't trade this, but here's what I would have done. That's fine. Or say, I was practicing on a paper account again, and here's what I done. That's fine. But in the video, he kind of makes it look like he's actually banked $260 because he's saying, hey, $260, I'm done for the day. I'll take $260, put it in the bank. So I don't know how I feel about that situation. Going back to the point that he is right, you can, and I'm a big believer, and you definitely learn from watching people trade. One thing I respect, particularly about the boiler rooms, is the boiler room trader Connor as well, is every trader kind of goes through wins and losses. And sometimes we have to kind of bury your head a little bit and go back and do some studying. In the case of that, if you take big losses, and it's happened to me in the past, you have to kind of take a break, sit back and start kind of paper trading again. And that happens because you get big losses and you get your confidence knocked. And I think that's going to happen to you in day trading. And if it does, that's okay. I mean, it's impossible it's impossible for any day trader to constantly be profitable and to be upbeat and making money. And sometimes we do take losses and we have to revert back to save our capital, to start practicing again till we build it back up to jump back in live. Because again, this is our job and that kind of happens. But Connor from Boiler Room as well, he's open about stuff like that when it does, so credit to him.
It's not that I'm recording these and then doing it afterwards. It's real emotions. I'm not trading 20,000 shares at a time. I'm not making $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 a day, which, if I was really trying to exploit the system and I really wanted to look really cool, I would go and I would short everything and I would really kind of exploit it, right? I would really go out of my way to exploit the idea that I could trade with a paper account. But
so in that clip, we see Patrick talking about the share size. Now, I've seen Patrick, he's talking about if he had have been kind of trading paper, he would have been trading huge numbers, and to show himself that he's kind of this big trader, he's trading huge numbers. Now, I've never traded numbers like 10, 15,000 shares or nothing like. I've never claimed to. The positions are too big for me. I don't feel comfortable. There's a number of reasons why I don't do it. But Patrick's claiming here that, yes, I was paper trading, but I wasn't taking advantage of you guys. I was trading like small sizes. Now, I did an interview with Patrick, and I appreciate him taking time, and it was a great interview. But I did an interview with Patrick. I'm going to show you the clip in just a second. But he talks about kind of share size in it, so just watch it.
Yeah, if you can grab those those big washouts, you can buy the dip, and you can find like a good support level to bounce off of. It's going to be much safer to buy the dip with 10,000 shares than, let's say, buy the breakout with 1,000 shares, where you're hoping that if a stock goes above $4, it's going to run another 50, 60 cents so you can make $600 in profit. Where if I'm trading with 10,000 shares off the dip buy, and all I really need is just a quick bounce back. Because we think about it, I mean, every stock kind of just always moves in these waves. Even a stock is crashing down, there's going to be a point where it's going to bounce and give you an opportunity for 20, 30, 40 cents pretty quickly. And it's going to be much easier and safer to be able to, jump in on these bounces off the support levels, instead of buying with smaller size, at resistance breaks. And I mean, you can watch my trades for sure, and you can definitely see that progression where it just went from like, sitting there trying to get 50, 60 cents to now like, screw it, I'm just going to take a larger size and I'm going to grab 10 cents and walk away.
Now, in that video, you see Patrick talking about trading a certain stock for like 10, 15,000 shares, huge numbers. But then we kind of have to look back on the confession video he done that he says he doesn't trade big numbers, and if he did, it would be obvious. So that kind of tells me, was he paper trading back then? I don't know is the answer, but that's just something I found a little odd. Now, the next clip I'm going to show you is, I have an issue with what he said. Was he's making huge money off YouTube, which is great. It's absolutely great. I wish I was making that kind of money. I don't make anything near that money. So credit to Patrick there. Like $6,000-$7,000 a month, which is huge. But he's staying in it that, yes, he makes this money off YouTube. But what I didn't like, he said, was, why would I risk my own capital when I'm getting this for no reason? So I basically saying, I'm not willing to take trades for you guys and potentially lose, and then that eats into my kind of whole YouTube profit, when in fact that he could just paper trade, have no risk down, and still make that kind of money. Here's the clip.
So go back to May here, and again, you can see, making close to $7,000, going. So in April, for example, great example here. In April, I'm trading, I'm making money, I'm looking at YouTube, and I'm like, if I'm going to make a couple $100 a day trading or whatever it is, and I'm paying all these fees, I'm paying all these taxes and all this, and I'm not really in the zone, I'm not really focused on growing my account at the time, I'm basically just kind of going through the paces, making videos for YouTube. Is it worth it for me? Is it worth it for me to go out of my way to trade in a real account? Now,
so I don't know whether Patrick wants to be a YouTuber or whether he wants to be a day trader. In the past, I thought he was doing both of them fantastically well. It turns out that he wasn't doing it, so a little bit shocking. I have to kind of say before the video goes on, Patrick now is showing his account of his trades and his profit and losses, so credit to him there. So maybe going forward he's going to be kind of at this properly the way he always should have been, and being open about his trading account and his real account with real money and real trades. Going back to my point of, I want to show you a clip of Patrick said in the video again, that you can definitely learn a lot from watching people. It doesn't necessarily have to be real money, but I think it's their responsibility to tell you that, to say, hey, I didn't trade this stock, but here's the patterns, what I liked about it. Or, hey guys, I didn't have any capital invested in this. This is just a paper account, but I want to break down the trade for you. I think that as a day trader and as a YouTuber and someone who's trying to educate and help and put content out there to you guys, that's the responsibility to do it. But going back to the point, if that is clarified, hey, and then that's great. He's being honest. The value's there in the video. I get it. I understand. I appreciate it. Thank you.
So go back to May here. And again, you can see, making close to $7,000, going. So in April, for example, great example here. In April, I'm trading, I'm making money, I'm looking at YouTube, and I'm like, if I'm going to make a couple $100 a day trading or whatever it is, and I'm paying all these fees, I'm paying all these taxes and all this, and I'm not really in the zone, I'm not really focused on growing my account at the time, I'm basically just kind of going through the paces, making videos for YouTube. Is it worth it for me? Is it worth it for me to go out of my way to trade in a real account? Now,
Patrick kind of used in the confession, we'll call it the confession video. So we're going to call it the confession video. I think Patrick, he kind of talks about a lot that he'll never release courses and services. And that's fine, but I think he will release it. And if I'm being 100% honest, I think he had a big channel to release it. His content was great. It definitely would have sold. So if he doesn't want it, that's fine. But I think he will personally release some sort of product. And there's no harm in that. People like to jump on people with products. I have a stock course that I sell. I recommend other courses which to buy. So there's no harm in having a product. But I think he will release a product soon. I think he definitely probably should have done it. But then this thing hole came out. And I don't know if the product would sell now. But it definitely would have sold in the past. I can guarantee you that. So guys, again, what we're talking about in the video, this is not a stab at Patrick. This is not a video to disrespect Patrick. I think in his defense, he makes great content. He's a good personality on YouTube. I did an interview with him. I appreciate it. So this is not a disrespect or stab or to start any beef with Patrick or none of that stuff. It's just to kind of what I think of the whole situation, where I think he went right and where I think he went wrong. But again, I'm not trying to start beef with Patrick or any kind of traders except Tim. Pop a picture of Tim, please. I hate Tim. Don't put I hate Tim in it, but except Tim. Pop up a picture of Tim. Someone from looking at as an outsider, I think Patrick made a mistake. Would he have come out about the whole situation if it wasn't brought to people's attention? I don't know how whoever does this kind of exposure stuff. I'm not on any of that Twitter, social media stuff other than Instagram. Speaking of Instagram, follow me on Instagram. But I think he made a mistake, and I think he said, hey, look, I put my hands in the air. He kind of just opened and honest about it, which that's all you can really do. If somebody makes a mistake, we're all human. He spoke honestly about it, so we can't really ask for any more. He apologised. He kind of looks like he's trying to make amends and move forward, so credit to him in that sense. So I have to kind of respect him for that. Guys, that's it for this video, and that's my kind of feedback on it, what I think about it. I hope you did enjoy. I want to wish Patrick the best of luck going forward in the future. I don't want to wish any bad upon anybody that's just trying to help people and make a living and put out great content. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit like and subscribe. Again, leave a comment. I appreciate it. Once again, guys, good night and God bless.